Oh yeah. It was the wings. It was the whole service. B-Dub used to be the spot for real. We live?
Let me double check.
It's lit. Happy Sunday.
Let's bag this a little bit.
Bet. What's good?
All right, so now we live.
Oh, now we live. All right.
Yeah, let me sit up.
Yeah, let me sit up too, man. Hey, happy
My
Sunday.
brother, but he's taller than me, so I gotta.
Happy Sunday, y'all.
Happy Sunday.
You know what I mean?
First of all, we got the majestic palms behind us.
You know what I'm saying? Got the scenery going.
Fix my mic a little bit. But yeah, man. So all right, so we got special guests here.
Yeah.
We really just having a good time.
Absolutely. I think it's dope, you know, and I'll introduce myself. You know, my name is Micah.
Yeah.
John's little brother. You know, I got to plug in. I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I got to plug in Team Natural Fit.
No.
As you can see, we repping out here. Positive vibes only. I got to plug in JMS Construction. You know, we're not playing out here. You see me? And then, of course, Kicks for Kids.
It's No Limit Records over here.
Hey, look, I saw the Master P documentary, and I was pretty inspired, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but actually, what we going to talk about today?
Well, I mean, it's funny. So when we were setting all this up, because, you know, we outside, it don't look like a lot, but man, it probably took like an hour to get this thing set up.
A solid hour, and I actually watched the whole thing. You know? I was just cheering
Pulling
on.
the cords and the lights, yeah. So now we was talking about the Draymond Green situation.
Oh yeah, Draymond,
which is crazy to me. So,
what's your opinion on that?
First of all, the way it rolled out was pretty interesting to me, and I always got my tinfoil hat on. So, when it first came out, it was just talks. Well, first of all, I don't know how it came out anyway. Like that's something.
That's what I was thinking.
That's something that you hear about. Like after the fact, like 10 years later, like man,
some
like
in-house
like
stuff.
Jordan and Steve Kerr. I don't know how. Maybe I'm too young relative to that situation. I don't remember that coming out right when Jordan punched Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I
so
don't know.
we found out about that immediately.
A week later, right?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
And then it was almost as if like you know the people need more. So then here come the video.
Here comes the video. Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then they say, and man, I'm gonna get too far into this to where my thoughts are, but. It seems pretty quick how it escalated. Yeah. And it seems very convenient to me how it escalated.
100%. First of all, I believe it was structured. You know what I mean? So the fight happened, and then they're like, all right, how can we create a buzz about this right here? You know, because we're in a social media era, and you know, so everybody's trying to figure out, all right.
I'll go back. Hold on. You want to be in the video?
Come on, man.
Hey, come here. Say hi, but you got to go back.
You know what I'm saying? We got Little Cunningham.
What's up? Say hi.
Hi.
All right, say bye.
Hi and bye. Nah, but I honestly think
shut the door.
That Draymond situation was basically, I think everybody's trying to capitalize on social media and just, you know, what's going on. And so,
well, they say Homeboy got like $2 million.
Who?
Because somebody works for the Warriors.
Oh, who leaked it?
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
Basically, like TMZ got to that person and paid him.
And that's another thing. I mean, think about TMZ. If you're a person who's making whatever salary and, you know, somebody offers you $2 million.
That's true. Maybe HR need to pay them more. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because that's one of them things where, like, you know, you might work for a cool company, but you might not be getting paid for what you deserve. So,
for sure.
So maybe that person, they need to up the salary for these folks. So it's not like, I mean, look. It's inflation. Yeah. You throw $2 million at somebody, I'm gonna keep it real. If somebody throw $2 million at me and I just work security, or if I work video for the Warriors, I'm taking that money. Well, I don't know if it's legal, but if it's legal, I'm taking the money all day.
Oh yeah, don't let me have a video. Don't let me have a video. Somebody offer me bread. It's a no-brainer, honestly. But for the Warriors, you would think that they would have like a non-disclosure or something. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's not legal, but at the same time, I don't know if that's liable to the dude versus TMZ. TMZ probably the one that's gonna get sued.
Yeah, because that's like coming after him. Yeah, That's like a no-brainer too.
But let me break it down to where my conspiracy theory is.
All right.
Because first of all, I'm gonna say this about Draymond Green. I think he's an incredible player. I think he's a championship piece, which obviously he is. There's no question. He's a championship player. He's probably a Hall of Famer. He's one of those dudes where he's on the borderline of being benched. The catalyst. Well, yeah, because he triple single at this point, which is why he was so upset. Stop. Go over there. Stop. Kids, man.
Kids, gotta love them. Gotta love them.
Because I put him in the last episode, so his head, I ain't been able to fit him through a door ever since.
He like, Dad, this is my time.
Right,
what are we doing?
Like, this is our show. What are you doing? But nah, so with Draymond, he's borderline of every team has one. A superstar that could either be a cancer or a catalyst.
That's big.
And at some point, and at multiple points in Draymond's career, he's been a cancer, and at other points, he's been a catalyst. Right. I mean, when you look at their original championship run, now Steph Curry, obviously, Klay Thompson, obviously.
Carried,
Iguodala, obviously. But Dre was like the X factor for them.
For sure.
Mean, especially when he was hitting them threes. I mean, you know what I mean? So he's been a catalyst, but he's been a cancer too. And I remember, I mean, he was part of the reason KD got up out of it.
I was just about to say that. KD left because, I don't know for sure, but it just seems
like they didn't coexist.
You know?
But so my bigger point is conspiracy theorists. I think that the Warriors have been wanting to move on from Draymond for some time now. And I think that they know he's a fan favorite, and he's part of the fabric of that dynasty.
For sure.
And you can't just get rid of a key part of a dynasty without getting flack, without messing with team chemistry, without messing with fan base chemistry. But they probably was like, all right, this situation happened. Let's maximize it.
Exactly.
Let's put it out there. Let's present Draymond as this guy who's reckless. And now they have some wiggle room. They can either get rid of him or they can use it as leverage to get him back in line.
Exactly. Yeah. On a business level. Yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, there's no question Draymond's been understanding his position. I don't want to say feeling himself because, I mean, he's a multimillionaire. He's successful.
Right.
He's one of the greatest basketball players on the planet. And he's been cashing in on his equity. Yeah. But, teams don't necessarily like that.
Oh no, they don't. And I think a lot of it too. Now that I actually didn't even think about that approach on it, but I think that is part of it because he started his own podcast. He's doing podcasts after games. You know what I mean? They're like, hold up.
Yeah, like
so you doing your own thing. You know what I mean?
He's cashing in on his equity, which like by all means. But there's a fine line with that when you're active.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. They're like, hold on, you doing a little bit too much.
Right, because at the end of the day, you still their player.
We work for them, and then this probably isn't the first incident of him fighting somebody in camp, or in practice.
And that's a good point.
Yeah, because they're probably like, hold on,
my man might be
real live cancer
like Debo. Like, he might be Debo on the team.
Exactly.
And but seriously though, how does that happen? You talking about Warriors? Yeah, Warriors are one of the most prestigious organizations, top to bottom, top to bottom. Coach, GM, owner, players, player makeup. Like, there's certain teams where anybody could be on a team. Right. Warriors ain't one of those.
They got a certain kind of character with them. Yeah.
So, I don't know. In my opinion, I felt like Warriors went through some back channels. Warriors brass went through back channels. Yeah. Yes, I'll use the word brass. Yeah. But I think that they put that out there to either put him in his place or be in a position to get rid of him without any flack.
But without any flack, it's like, hey, we got rid of him because of this right here. Yeah,
it happens all the time.
It does happen all the time. It's unfortunate, but also once you pretty much open yourself up and do something that somebody can judge you on or capitalize and flip it on you. You're just leaving yourself open. Right, so, he kind of has to eat that now.
But, and I don't know. I mean, like I said, he's definitely been on a little trip lately. Because, I mean, he was going back and forth with Ronnie 2K, the dude that does the ratings for NBA 2K.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like and like very open, like calling him out. And like that. And again, in the world of like layers, Dre is ahead of Ronnie 2K. Like, But at the same time, the behavior he's been displaying out of an active player, he just got to watch himself because he ain't really putting up the numbers like that to be able to escape the heat that's coming towards him right now.
But think about this. The NBA is a business. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So let's say he's beefing with Ronnie 2K. I didn't actually know too much about it.
Yeah,
but he's going back and forth with somebody in 2K. What is the relationship 2K and NBA have though?
Right.
It's got to be. It's got to be deeper. Got to be deeper.
What? All right. That's
the classical, you know, they're at the 4-year-old stage. That's the official sleepover stage, y'all. So
straight up.
Literally, if any of them make a move anywhere, it's like, hey, every day Mike is asking, can I go to Camden's house? Can I go to Mason's house? Yeah. And he actually doesn't even ask me, can he go to the house? He's like, can you call their dad? I'm like, all right. Now you're getting a little bit too smart on me, man.
I'm checking my timer because we on like a 30-minute timer. So we got like 12, 13 minutes.
All right, so that was, I think we settled it, Draymond. Draymond is like...
hold on, no.
Oh, no.
What about Jordan? What about the afflicted? Like, what about Jordan Poole?
Oh my God!
Where do we go?
Other side? First of all,
where does Jordan go?
We're clearly team light skinned, so you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but seriously though,
I just seen a picture of Jordan with the purple.
I done missed. Oh, with the eye.
Yeah.
Oh, first of all, Draymond connected something serious.
Yeah.
And so, I just saw today that he's in the concussion protocol, which is.
Do we want to discuss his boxing future?
He might want to take boxing
because I
classes,
seen what's his face, the Logan Paul, one of the Paul people.
Oh yeah, wants to.
Yeah, he offered him like $10 million
to box Draymond though, right?
No, for Draymond to box somebody.
Oh wow, yeah. I honestly think though the way he connected, Draymond does some kind of training. I
mean, first of all, there's no question when you watch Draymond, you could tell he could fight.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like Draymond can fight.
Like that. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? He's a bully. Whether wants to be a bully or he's actively a bully, he has a bully mentality. He can fight.
Now that you say bully, do you think it's a situation where he was jealous of Jordan Poole being the number 3 because Draymond was the number 3?
There's definitely, all right, so a year out of my life, I talk about it probably more than a year deserves, but I've raised pit bulls for a year.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
And I vividly remember the dynamic that occurs between a growing male pit and the dominant male pit that's
already there.
The bull.
Okay, got you. Out of the litter?
Well, not all of them.
Okay.
But if a boy pit or any puppy, but boy pit grows up and there's a stage, and it's funny. Like basically, you can see it.
Okay.
And their stance changes. Their muscle structure changes.
Oh, right.
As soon as that happens, the dominant male wants to get rid of him.
Oh, like
as soon as it happens.
One-on-one, we need to go right now.
Yeah, like you can. I mean, they can be together. But that young male that has the makings of being the dominant, the current dominant wants nothing to do with them. He'll either push him away, kill him, fight him, test him. And that's probably
the situation.
The situation.
I think so, honestly. I mean, we don't know, of course, but I think also some words were clearly said. You know, somebody said something that crossed the line.
Well, you heard what he said, right?
Oh, no, I didn't hear it.
Damn, well, so apparently Jordan Poole called him triple single.
But that's real, though. Triple single, like, I think Jordan Poole was coming off some like, look, man, that worked years ago. Y'all got your championships, but now we about to get 3 more.
I feel both sides of it. There's a respect factor. You probably shouldn't say that, but at the same time, your brother's at that point. Like Jordan Poole's not an outsider. He's on the team. He's in the team.
Yeah.
He's your brother. So brothers say things, Friends say things in the circle because you're in the circle. So you're not like, oh, that's Draymond Green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's, on the flip side though, maybe there's some truth to it. Like sometimes you when somebody says something that's a little too good, like if the joke is a little too real,
right. You know
what I mean? Like that probably hit him a certain type of way.
Definitely, and the roles switched. Draymond went from being like a true 6-man to a starter, and Jordan Poole literally was a true 6-man, and now he's really like a starter. So you just get more confidence, like you said, and. I mean, because Jordan Poole had a nice little run last year. Yeah, he definitely did. He's shining out, man.
But man,
we wishing the best for both of them, honestly, and hoping Jordan Poole can get back ASAP. Ultimately, it's a learning lesson, I think, for for both sides, it's like, all right, you got to be able to control your aggression. And then second, when you're cracking a joke or when you're trying to, check somebody or whatever the case may be, maybe just think a little bit before saying it because you never know where people's energy is at. You know, so.
I mean, and to Draymond's credit, because I'm assuming that they're going to stay together. They'll work through it.
Oh, yeah, they have to. Yeah.
At a certain point, you do have to respect your elders. You do have to respect those who came before you.
Yeah.
And you have to stop and respect what was done before you.
Yeah, yeah.
Draymond they were a dynasty before Jordan. So
for sure.
You know what I mean? He needs to understand that.
Yeah.
So that maybe should change the way you respond. And I'm not saying like, all right, so let's say Draymond's extra tough on him in practice or Draymond saying whatever. You just got to think about it. Like, do you want to find out? Because if you do want to find out, that depends on the level that you're going to fuck around.
Right, true.
You know what I mean?
True.
And
I think that's what happened, though. I think honestly, Draymond he's a jokester. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? So I think also as a team leader, he was a different kind of leader where if you were new to the team or still working on your game, he's ragging on you. You know what I mean? Making you. Oh yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Jordan
he's
just
probably
had this
doing all the rookie hazing,
all of that.
He's probably captain of the rookie hazing team.
Exactly. Like, look, y'all not doing anything without me approving that.
Like Jordan's probably like, bro, like like his financial advisors probably upset about the amount of steak dinners he's paid for.
Yo, that ass.
He's probably lacing his shoes.
Yeah, but Jordan had that good year, and you have the playoff run, and you got a championship with it. You're coming next year, like, bro, you're not talking to me like that anymore. I'm talking to you.
And again, I mean, and this is respect to Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
If Jordan wasn't, if he wasn't a legit up and coming A-list player, that wouldn't happen.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That wouldn't happen.
Right. Well, we wouldn't even be hearing about it.
True. But I'm saying, like, I don't think
it wouldn't happen.
I don't think Dre would. I don't think a dominant player like Draymond would act that way towards somebody that was not important to the future of the league and the team. So I think Jordan. I mean, maybe like that's the one positive. Like, take it as a compliment that you got that reaction out of a Hall of Fame player.
It's true that, and he already got rings. So that's
because Steve Kerr got his. You know what I mean? Look at him. He got his lights knocked out by Jordan. He's a coach of the Warriors.
Yeah, and he's about to get 10 rings. So sometimes you just gotta be able to take a punch.
Nah, that's a terrible take. We ain't gonna delete that. But all right, so this whole episode gonna be about Draymond Green. But let's flip the script.
Let's flip it.
So I'm gonna ask you from a coach's perspective.
All right,
coach, GM, owner, whatever. Help me navigate this situation.
Right here with Draymond and Jordan?
Yeah, help me navigate it. Unless we're assuming that Draymond's not going nowhere, Jordan's not going nowhere.
Right.
We're going to win a championship. Tell me how you turn this situation back into that championship team. Like, give me 3 steps. Like, I ain't talking about hey, let's all talk it out. Give me 3 things that you're going to do
as a coach
to get y'all back chemistry-wise.
I like that. Honestly, I would first of all, I'd bring the whole team together. And then I would basically make the 2 players, they need to discuss why they were mad at each other. And the reason I would do that is because, the reason I would do that is because the team needs to understand what had happened, what transpired.
Okay.
Because nobody really knows. Nobody really knows.
What was said that nobody knows.
Exactly.
Was there women involved?
Yeah. You know well, maybe not that deep, but it could possibly be that. It could possibly be that. I mean, so I'm assuming it was on a basketball level, disrespect type of deal. So I would bring them together. I basically bring the team together and say, hey, it's like a meeting situation. We had this situation at practice today, but we're going into a new season. We want to make sure we don't have any miscommunication. So let's go ahead and put it on the table. They both say their differences. Let's move on. The second thing I would do is now I'm sitting down one-on-one with Jordan, one-on-one with Draymond. I'm figuring out what's really going on in their head, because clearly there's something going on. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just hit somebody and you like one saying something should never make somebody that mad. So they're probably past things in the past. So one-on-one situation. And then from there, I'm telling them both, I'm saying, this is an NBA team. You're a professional. You're either going to do your job or you're getting out of here. That's it.
First of all, I like your response. Y'all can't see it. Camden decides to play with the Little Tights basketball court. Camden, please go back in the house.
He's making them, though.
He's taking liberties right now. But no, those are solid points.
What would you do if you were a coach in that situation?
I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. So what I would do, well, let me just rephrase what I thought about doing. I don't know if this was actually the right strategy.
Right.
But I think you do need to air out what the actual differences are because, and not even just differences, because Draymond, I guess, alluded to the fact that he's going through some things.
Okay,
well,
like
at least he was
already.
at the time. Like, you know, he might have had a bad day.
For sure.
That day. Which, I mean, I've had bad days and I've broken things. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
There's a cookie jar that I used to have. It don't exist
Not
no more.
the cookie jar, bro.
Because I was having a bad day and I had the cookie jar in my hand and I closed it with enough force that it just shattered the cookie jar. So, you know, so maybe, but all right. So I do want to get to the bottom of it as a coach and as a GM or owner. I want to separate Draymond and Jordan. You might have spoken to this. I want to separate them two from the team. Okay. Have them hash out their differences. If in a perfect world, I would tell them to tell their families, y'all gonna be gone for a couple weeks. Figure it out. They got enough money.
Oh yeah,
figure it out.
Go on a trip. Yeah,
I'm sending Draymond and Jordan Poole to goddamn Italy or something.
Right.
You know, I'm sending.
They have to.
Yeah, I'm sending them to Australia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, y'all do whatever y'all want, but I'm sending a chaperone with y'all to make sure that whatever you do, you're gonna be together.
But how you have time for that though?
This is a perfect world. How much time we got? Like 2 minutes. We might not have any, but after that, I would invite the team to join them wherever they are, and then it's not like, oh man, we're in a room and here comes Draymond coming back, or here comes Jordan coming back.
It's like it's already figured out.
Jordan and Draymond are together, and like, okay, the team's coming back.
Boom, yeah, I like that.
That's
actually.
what I would do with it.
And then the team doesn't even need to know anything. They just say, okay, they clearly figured it out. I like that.
Yeah,
that's a good one. You know.
So I think we out of time. I don't even know if we're on camera right now.
Oh, let's check it.
Yeah, let me hold on. We might. Oh, we good. 8 minutes.
Got 8 minutes. All right, so
hold on. Let me check the light.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, bet.
We got at least 5.
All right.
Camden doing me with these things.
He texting you?
No, Camden.
Oh, just coming in, man. It is what it is. Soon they're gonna be on the show for real. You know,
True.
They'll be running the show.
Right.
Actually, we're just gonna have them set it up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I already started. It's fun. It's actually pretty interesting to let the kids sit there and talk.
Definitely. I think it's awesome.
All right, so we got 5 minutes. So obviously, if you still listening and watching at this point, you know you really want to. So
we appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know?
So what do you want to talk about?
So there's a lot of things we could talk about, honestly. But you know, I think the topic that everybody's talking about, and I didn't watch it, but you know, the Jeffrey Dahmer situation, you know, I don't know if we can get deep into it, but my opinion on it is, why would somebody even make a movie like that, first of all? And
it's true. Like, there's a lot that go like that. It took us an hour to get this goddamn rinky dink.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just did this, and it took a lot of thought.
It had to get greenlit.
Like what?
Big money had to sign checks.
Like
scripts.
Imagine reading the original script. It probably sounded crazy.
I think it's. I mean, I haven't thought about it enough to formulate the right response, but there's a big gap between the responsibility of Hollywood. Because Hollywood stays like, on one end they're like, oh, look at us.
Yep.
You know, we're like pushing you to drive electric cars, and we're all about the environment, and we're all about social this and social that. But then on the other side, Hollywood's like, yeah, we're just gonna do what works, which is glorify
anything.
Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. You know, but I guess I can't really get into it because I didn't know the story. And I actually didn't read it. Me and my wife watched like 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, babe, just turn this off because I really get into it. But when I watch stuff,
there's nothing like flaccid conversations with your spouse.
when I watch stuff, I really like digging. I'm like, all right, I'm really trying to figure it out. I watch a lot of documentaries.
I mean, I heard about him. I heard a lot about him growing up. You know what I mean?
See, I never even heard about him.
I don't know the super details. Only thing I know is he killed a lot of people. He's a serial killer.
Yeah.
And I know that they had him multiple times.
Oh, really?
But they didn't realize it because he didn't fit the mold,
description or whatever.
So
yeah,
that speaks to a whole nother issue.
Yeah,
but, you know what I mean?
For sure.
But it is. But again, Hollywood's choices.
Yeah. Well,
there's so many other stories out there. There's stories that no one even knows. I don't remember the last person that said, "Hey, man, when they gonna make a Jeffrey Dahmer movie?"
Right.
No one's asking.
Nobody's ever said that. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure it's good. I hear it's good. I ain't watched it.
Yeah, I heard it's good too. Yeah.
But no one was asking for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a deeper meaning. You know what I mean?
There's so many other topics, movies, historical events that we could be spending this money on, and that goes back to that greater conversation about the production of these movies and a lot of times, you know, our community will say, "Hey, how come we're not making a movie about Black Wall Street? How come we're not making a movie about like Mansa Musa?" Or you know what I mean? And the reality is you got to get yourself in a position to be the decision maker. Yeah. If not, then you just gonna have to sit there and click the remote and watch what's on TV.
100%. Because all these movies get pitched.
Yeah.
And there's multiple movies that get pitched.
Yeah.
You know,
you can't blame. Yeah. You can't blame someone for wanting to make a movie that they wanted to make.
Yeah, and clearly it worked. You know what I mean? Because everybody's watching it. Yeah, so as a business move,
I hear it's really good.
Yeah.
I hear it's really good.
Yeah, supposedly, you know, honestly, that's funny, but yeah, it seems like it's been doing good. So somebody made a good business decision on that.
Yeah.
But I like what you said. It seems like Hollywood just has a pass on anything. You know, whether that's a reality TV.
They get to pick and choose what their motivation, what their core values are.
Moral, you know, like literally,
it's like in one instance they're like, it's all about making the perfect world and utopia, and then the other sense, it's, you know, look, we're just a business, we got to do what sells.
Right, and everybody's like, okay, it makes sense.
Make up your mind. Yeah, make up your mind.
Yeah, that's Hollywood, I guess. You know, so we just put them on a high pedestal, I guess.
So I guess, I mean, at this point,
is that it?
Yeah, I mean, we got hot wings on our future.
We do have hot wings. I want
to shout out Buffalo Wild Wings. We don't have no sponsors because we just.
And actually, that's a good shout out. You know, Buffalo Wild Wings.
They've been doing better.
Yeah,
they have been doing better.
I'm gonna find out today. Honestly, I stopped getting wings.
Today gonna be the day. They're gonna be feathers in that joint. It's gonna be.
Not feathers.
It's gonna be half sauced.
All I know is the Caribbean jerk really is that. I really like that flavor.
Yeah, Caribbean jerk is a go-to.
It's crazy, you know.
We could probably do a whole episode on hot wings, which I think we will.
I think
we should get some hot wings.
Yep.
Not to steal from the hot series. You know, they got a podcast where people eat hot wings.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't want to like just test the limits of heat. I just want to talk about chicken wings.
Yeah, just trying different wings, you know. Yeah. Sometimes you got to have them overcooked a little bit. Some people like them. Oh, you like them overcooked? Yeah, crispy and overcooked. Yeah. It's nothing like that crunch. But Buffalo Wild Wings was the spot back in the day. And clearly, I think they made some changes, like you said, with probably in-house way they're cooking things. Yeah. I think they got big and were like, okay, we need to figure out a way to just make more money. Right. And then got away from, hold on, people just really come here for these wings.
That's like, I don't even